Hello everyone. Today's story is the mysterious case of Elisa Lam. Now, people all over the world has witnessed that this is one of the most mysterious cases in the world. So it's one of the top 5 and you don't want to miss this case. If you're new to this channel, and this channel is all about dark, strange and mysterious concepts which will be discussed, and if you're a great fan of it, then you're always welcome to this world. Now, I'm your host, Mr. Akhilash Nabia, and you're watching Dark Jatayu. So let's get into today's story. Now, first, Elisa Lam. Elisa Lam is a very young, smart, and beautiful woman. She is the daughter of a Chinese immigrant. Now, she was born on 1991 and she was good at studying, yet sometimes later she was quite dull in her studies. Now, she used to be studying in British Columbia University and she wanted to have a wonderful time in Los Angeles. So, on January 26th, she booked her tickets to San Diego, then to Los Angeles, then San Diego again, which would actually come to the western coast. Now, her parents had kept a condition that she must check in every single day, whether, because she was actually not in a good state. She was quite depressed and mentally not good. Now, we don't know much on how clear it is, but what further happened was on January 26th, she went to a hotel in Los Angeles. Now, the hotel is quite mysterious, notorious one, which is called the Cecil Hotel. Now, there is a brief history about Cecil Hotel. In 1920s, the Cecil Hotel was built in Los Angeles. It was built by one of the 3 people and they made it as a big, huge landmark. In 1930s, there was strange things happening to this Cecil Hotel, like more than 15 to 16 incidents, like a murderer started a serial killer started killing out 15 people out there, and he was captured, and while leaving, he used to curse it out that I will come back over here and kill. Sometimes people used to jump from the topmost floor down and they used to pass, or even sometimes the pedestrian who was walking on the ground would die above from somebody jumping out. In the most mysterious case, the Black Dahlia murder was also found to be in the Cecil Hotel. Now, Elisa Lam booked the hotel. Now you know it is the Cecil Hotel. On January 26th, 2013, she booked the hotel and went to one of the shared rooms, and her shared room partner had complained about her to the warden. Now, she complained that she has a very odd behavior. The hotel staff members took her and gave her a private room. Now she's alone. Though she's alone, as I have mentioned, she must call her parents every single day or night. Now, every single day she had given a wonderful call, and she, without any denial, she used to always check in with her parents, knowing about how she is doing. Now later, on the day of January 31st, there was no call from her. Her parents was much worried, and they started calling the Los Angeles police station. Here's what happened. The police immediately went to the Cecil Hotel, started interrogating each and every one of them, questioned the person who had shared room with her, the staff members, and every single person. But they couldn't find Elisa Lam. Where was she? Now, further down the line, her parents had also come over there and started asking. They were quite disheartened because they don't know where Elisa Lam was, and they were searching. They put the posters of her every single place. Now, this got the attention of media. As it was Los Angeles media, it went up to international because she was an immigrant. Now, this went back to China and also gave a huge news out there. So people were completely looking for Elisa Lam. 2 weeks later, they had a very disturbing smell, a foul smell. Now, the people started complaining. On February 19th, they started complaining, just almost like 2 weeks after Elisa Lam was disappeared. They found some foul smell in the water. Now, when they opened the tap water, they used to find that it is quite, the water was quite dirty, and they also, after clearing the water completely, they had a foul smell. Now, after a lot of complaint, and the police linked this complaint, the San Diego locals actually came over there, which actually cleans the tank of Cecil Hotel. So the people over there went over to the tank. They opened the tank and looked. They were quite shocked. They found the dead body of Elisa Lam. It's quite strange how they found it. Now the brief description about the tank is that the tank is in the roof of Cecil Hotel. To get over to the tank, you have to have the passcode over there, and it's not easy to go to the roof of the tank, roof of the building. Now, if you have the passcode and if you enter the wrong passcode, it will alarm the whole building. Now, even if it alarms the whole building, anybody would come to know. Now, alternatively, there is another place called the fire escape exit, but nobody has seen Elisa Lam go into the fire escape exit. Now, let's suppose even if she knows the passcode and gets to the rooftop or using the fire escape. Now, looking at the rooftop's tank, it is 4 feet in huge length and 10 feet above the ground. It's a very huge tank. Now, if you have to climb over the tank, you must have a ladder because it's very huge and there was no ladder found. Now, let's suppose Elisa Lam had climbed that particular tank and she had to peep inside of it. There's a huge lid which is like more than 16 to 17 kilograms. Now she has to unlatch it and she has to open it. That's quite very heavy. Now let's say she has unlatched it. If she has to get inside of the tank, it is quite very small. Now if a person gets inside of it, he must wriggle into it, but the tank was closed. The lid was closed. Now this is quite strange because if you go inside that tank and take the lid, it's very heavy lid to put it over. Now these are one of the strange things which was behaved. How did she come over the passcode, bypass the alarm exit? How did she climb over the tank? How did she open and close the lid above her head? And she accidentally drowned. It's quite strange. Now, after looking at this, the whole, the police team investigation, now they can't let any other person to get inside the tank and get her body removed. So what they had to do was remove the half of the butt and get her body out, which is very difficult situation because if a person goes inside the tank, he can't come out. That's how he has to wriggle, and he might also drown over there. In fact, they have to exit, completely get the water out and break the hole and get her body out. That was the situation. So these were completely the massive situation. So the Elisa Lam's parents had to file a complaint against this, and many people already, because since 1930s there are many complaints on that Cecil Hotel. So this is completely as if a quite common thing over there. Now, after integrating a lot and asking more interviews on how they only found that there is a very strange video of her which was leaked. That was before, on February 13th, there was a video which was given out where she went into the elevator and she actually was she pressed all the keys and hid into the corner. And she was having a very strange behavior. She was peeking out the door as if she's waiting for someone and making a hand gestures, which was quite odd. It was like hallucinating. Very strange, but there was nobody. And so, this video, when the police got it, it was leaked, and later on, it was leaked throughout the world. So people had a very different controversies on how did this happen? What was she doing in that video? What was she thinking? Now, after research, the police had to inquire a lot with people. They started saying that she's very friendly, she used to mind her own business, she's a vivid blogger, and her parents later revealed a deep secret. Elisa Lam had a bipolar disorder. Now, this is quite, if a person had a bipolar disorder and she was going through a mental illness, which is like depressing, her parents had left her on. So that is why they had to call her most of the time, every single day to check in. But on January 31st, she didn't. It's quite odd, It is very difficult to understand how this things have happened. Later on, the forensic report had come and told that her death was accidental drowning. Despite all these facts, we know where, when, what, how, but we don't know why. It's quite odd and strange. Even now, it is one of the most popular mysterious, accidental drowning and mysterious case in the internet. Hope you like this story very much, guys. And if you like this video, like the button, subscribe to it, and share it to your friends, and hit the bell notification so that you don't miss any other update.